Firelock Fireproof Modular Vaults presents Electronic America is at Risk. What has changed? American businesses no longer protect vital records. Only the most secure still employ fireproof vaults to ensure the survival of their records. Records management has transitioned from hard copy to electronic records. The IT manager is now creating and storing the electronic records. Secure storage has played second fiddle to speed of production and density. IT continually ignores security concerns to gain ever more density of storage. Disaster recovery and business continuity is an assumed capability of the cloud rather than a tested model. Cyber warfare, hacking, and malware are a reality. Every day, headlines demonstrate the acute vulnerability of these cloud data centers. Those concerned with security have resorted to server vaults to protect vital server equipment. Recent NFPA standards, NFPA 75 and NFPA 232, recognize that electronic records are now the norm. Protecting electronic records will require a new model or a return to the protection technology that has worked in the past. For many, the electronic record is now the only option. Paper, microfilm, and even backup tapes are disappearing. Pyro-terrorism. Increasing security within the United States is forcing terrorists to simplify their attacks. Forest fires have the ability to terrorize regions of the country with massive forests. The publicity surrounding several large business records archives also demonstrate the ease with which terrorists can inflict large losses on American industry. Arson fires in several large off-site storage facilities have destroyed millions of boxes of business records, which creates legal exposure for the company, as well as stressing the organization's efforts to recover vital business records. Rather than move to increase the security around the records archive, the business entities have chosen to move the records to vulnerable cloud storage. Here, the massive volume of records, centralized in one fragile facility, simplify the pyro-terrorists model. The lack of security and fire protection for these extremely large cloud service providers are moving them to the top of the terrorists' target list. Redundant and distributed storage was a key factor in making business records and backup tapes secure, and the current model often abandons this approach. Vulnerability. Pyro-terrorism requires no special skill set. The arsonist need only carry a butane lighter or a box of matches. There is no great need for financial backing, as the records or media serve as the fuel, and it sits waiting for the terrorist. The arsonist need not fear loss of life or even arrest, as seldom do the authorities apprehend the arsonist. The fire simply destroys the evidence. The Internet provides the training tools on how to pick locks and defeat security. Currently, business clients do not ask their vendors if they are providing any sort of protection for their vital records, cloud storage, or backup tapes. Firelock is the ideal environment for protecting the vital information assets in electronic format. Firelock modular vaults demonstrated over the last 3 decades that they can prevent destruction of vital records and server equipment protected within the vault chamber. Fires, earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, and extreme magnetic fields have not resulted in even one loss. Class 125 fire rated, seismically protected, magnetically shielded, 185 mile per hour wind resistance. Unparalleled strength, proven performance in commercial and military installations, security that has resisted intrusion, destruction, or manipulation in actual use around the world. Firelock Modular Vaults, real protection for critical records. The questions you should be answering. Do you consider your electronic records valuable enough to provide real security? What are the real consequences of your failure to protect vital information assets? Have you investigated your real risk exposure in how your organization creates and stores electronic records? Who benefits from the loss or destruction of your vital electronic records? Call Firelock at 610-756-4440 or email us hsmith@firelock.com to talk with our design team.